Because I'll start by asking a question that we are asking all managers this morning. Steven Gerrard lost his job at Aston Villa last night.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry for him, but this is the football. In the Premier League, in Serie A, in other country, when you find the result, when the result don't arrive, is problem the coach, no? But this is the rule of the football.
Thank you. If we go back to Tuesday night, I know afterwards you said about the goalless draw, not wanting to put it down to luck or bad luck, missing chances. It's now 54 chances without scoring. I know not all of those are good chances. A few days on, what do you put it down to?
But I think we have to improve in the last 20 meters, but I don't want to become one only this problem, no? I think we showed a good quality of play. We had I don't know in the last two games how many chances to score, and we have to continue to play with this quality, and we have not to forget our way and our style.
I think most people would agree that the performances have been very good. Before you joined, Brighton started to get a reputation for having a lot of chances and not scoring. How much is it down to confidence, maybe, among the players, or maybe still getting used to your style of play?
I think we cannot change our idea depending on only the result, and we have to follow our idea, our way, and maybe when we find one goal more, and I'm speaking to Welbeck, for example, we can change a season, no?
You said when you first joined you didn't want to change too much too quickly. Do you find that over these last few weeks you can start to push some ideas of your own a little bit more now?
But I don't want to change too much because I like the players. I like this style of play without the ball, for sure. And with the ball, I'm working to changing something, no? And I'm thinking about the position on the pitch, because he's changing just something. For example, Moise Caicedo and McAllister in midfielder, and Lallana with Pascal Gross position. But it's difficult to speak about these 4 games, no? Because I have my vision. We take only 2 points. Unlucky, non-lucky. I don't want to speak too much about lucky, unlucky. But if we want to speak about the quality of play, the game, I'm happy. I'm very happy. It's difficult. Listen for you, one coach when he said he happy for the game. when when I didn't win, but it's like this.
Just on to tomorrow and Pep Guardiola. We know that you spent some time with him before you joined the club. Have you spoken to him over these last few weeks? And what is it about him that you appreciate most?
I didn't speak with him. For me, he's the number one coach. But I appreciate him and when he worked in Barcelona, in Munich, and in Manchester City. But tomorrow, for us, is a very difficult game. But it's very nice to play against Manchester City. For sure, we try to play with the same idea, with the same mentality. And after, I don't know the result, but we leave to Brighton to play the same style.
Yeah. Finally, from me, Jurgen Klopp said he'd wishes Pep just went on sabbatical again, made everything a little bit more easier for everyone else. Is he the hardest manager to play against? Probably.
Beh, se lo dice Klopp vuol dire che ha ragione.
Yeah, if Klopp say that, I think he's right.
Thank you.
Hi, Roberto, Chris from PLP. You spoke about your vision just now. How important is it that everyone remains on board with you in what you're trying to achieve before this first win?
The most important things in the football is the result, no? For everybody. But one coach can choose the way to arrive to the result. The coach can't choose the result, can choose the way to arrive to the result. It's different, it's totally different. For sure, we are sad for the result, no? We deserve more points, and it's not a very nice moment for us in terms of the result. But in this moment, you have to stay. You have to be focused on your style, on your way. Because I think if we will play the same quality of the last games, I'm sure the result can arrive.
The draw with Forest was the first time you've tweaked the starting 11. Did you like what you saw, and are you going to continue to make those changes?
Our first 11?
Yeah.
I already have the first 11, but I don't want to say you the first 11. No. There are 2-3 players with some problems, but some problems about fatigue, no?
Yeah, fatigue in terms of tired.
And today in the training, I want to understand more exact.
We know the obvious threat from Man City is Erling Haaland, but as well as focusing on stopping him from scoring tomorrow, what other areas are you looking at?
Sappiamo quanto sia complicato bloccare Haaland perché non che segna tanto, ma cosa c'è altro da
fermare? Manchester City is for me the best team in Premier League and one of the best in Europe. You have to defend for sure, with order, with maximum concentration. You have to be focused in the tiles, but I think you have to try to attack, because if you think to defend for 90 minutes is not my idea. I think it's not the right decision to find the result, because we have to find the result.
And just finally, it's very easy to come away from the Etihad losing 6-0 and you don't really know how it happened. Have you been speaking to the central defenders, centre-backs, doing anything special this week to cope with Haaland?
È facile uscire dall'Etihad con un 6-0, hai parlato con i tuoi centrali?
Allora, capito all'inizio.
Allora, dall'Etihad si può anche uscire con un 6-0 alle volte. È possibile che tu abbia parlato con i tuoi difensori centrali per avere determinate accortezze con Haaland in specifico?
Ma no, Haaland is a top player, like Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Foden, Mahrez. It's not only Haaland the problem and the big player of Manchester City, but we want to play a good game without the ball, but I want the ball, and I want to try to attack, to shoot, to score. No? You don't believe?
No, I believe it. I'll be there. I believe it.
Roberto, Johnny, BBC. Nottingham Forest and Brentford, they sat very deep. Obviously, Manchester City likely to maybe come at you, a bit like Liverpool. Could that be good for you in terms of the way that you want to play against them?
Brentford e Nottingham si sono difese dentro l'ora di rigore. Il City è molto più simile al Liverpool, quindi giocare con una predisposizione offensiva.
Liverpool and City are two very important teams, but they play in different style, very different style. The pressure of the City will be very strong. It will be very difficult to go out this pressure, but we try to play. For the moment, Nottingham Forest, l'atteggiamento tattico del Nottingham Forest.
The tactical disposition of Nottingham Forest.
È più difficile far gol perché si difendono tanti giocatori vicino alla porta.
It's much harder to score a goal because a lot of players are next to the penalty box to defend it.
Ma è più facile la prima parte di campo, no?
But it's much easier the build up on the other side of the pitch.
E contro il Liverpool e contro il City è esattamente il contrario.
With Liverpool and City is totally the other side.
There are two kind of games totally different.
You this week you gave a new deal to Evan Ferguson, a young striker. What do you like about him as a player? What do you hope that he can do for the football club?
He's very young. I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for this agreement. But for the moment, is not in the first 11. No, he needs to improve. He needs to grow up. No?
Do you like working with young players?
Yes.
Yeah.
In my history of a coach, I always worked with a young player, but I don't like speak too young, too old. I prefer to speak between good player and not good player. No.
And you mentioned
Lallana is not a young player, but I like to work with him.
Yeah. He's younger than me, that's for sure. In terms of injuries, you said fatigue, but about injuries, Mitoma, Colwill, how are they?
For the moment, I don't know the situation. I have a meeting with medical staff, and I want to understand the situation for tomorrow.